Well, I'm the president of the Federation, which is the union uh, for all of the sworn members of the department up through senior commander, and including all of the St. Paul employees that are not sworn in the Emergency Communication Center. Uh, we maintain the contract between the employees and the city of St. Paul and negotiate the contract, and that's our job.
Okay. I understand the contract, but did I hear the advocate part or did I miss that? I mean, because you sounded like that was part of it before.
Well, involved in it or related to the contract is the advocate, the due process,
Okay.
um, making sure that our officers are fairly compensated, making sure that the contract isn't broken by the department or the city, negotiating the best wages and benefits as possible with the city. Um,
So do you view yourself as then being in opposition, or do you feel like you're a partner organization?
in its best form and functioning uh, most efficiently, we're in line with the city and we're in line with the department. And there are times where we're more so in line, and then there are times we're at opposition. Um, the best thing you can do is have the ability to sit down and negotiate through those differences and come up with compromise or an agreement with the other party. And, you know, there are times when things are very smooth, and, you know, like I said, then there are times that are not. So that's when we have to take grievances or lawsuits forward. Well, I mean, there could be any reasons, but anything for terms and conditions of employment. I mean, you might have health insurance concerns, you might have overtime concerns, possibly you were disciplined and you're not sure if you agree with the discipline you received. Maybe you're not even satisfied with the fact that they've found you at fault and you don't believe you are. If you're being interviewed by internal affairs, you would contact us. If you're in a critical incident, meaning the most common example is you're an officer involved in a shooting, you're going to contact us and we'll afford you an attorney. So, you know, just about anything you can imagine is terms and conditions of employment. And we're pretty much involved in most decisions that are made in the department. You
Well, that's
can,
amazing.
there's a lot of interaction, and there are many things that are mandatory items of negotiation.
Do you work with other unions? How does this affect your relationship with other unions? Do they feel like they're part of you? Do you feel like you're part of them?
Well, we're our own independent union, and we tend to do more work with other independent unions, um, like the Minneapolis, the Police Officers Federation of Minneapolis, um, a number of others. And then there are local unions in the city that we interact with depending on what the topic is. Um, the firefighters in Local 21 and the Police Federation have a lot of similar needs. I would say, as far as city unions go, they are the most similar. But we belong to a state organization, the Minnesota Peace and Police Officers Association. And they're by no means like our parent. They're not labor, but we do use them for aspects of like Legal Defense Fund, which is our critical incident representation. A number of years ago, 3, 4 years ago, we had a terrible shortage of officers in the city. We were down to our lowest numbers in recent times, and it was literally an unsafe situation.
They call it Coleman years.
Yeah. Well, and it was at the very end of the Kelly years and the beginning of the of Chris Coleman years. And we had a situation where we had 3 officers working midnights on the east side, outrageously low. I mean, just horrible. And we went with a number of different groups in the community and raised this issue. The media covered it, and I compliment Mayor Coleman for stepping up and saying that, recognizing it, saying it was wrong, saying it was unsafe, and he came through and hired cops for us.
So it sounds like, in a way, in many things, the Federation and command leadership are in tune, in at least that direction of things.
Absolutely. I mean, you don't need a fancy title to, to get good police work. It's just cops doing the right thing every day.